Hello coin collectors out there. Welcome back to the Big D Coins channel. Hopefully everyone is having a great day. And in today's video, we are going to talk about the 1965, 66, and 67 Roosevelt dimes. Now, unfortunately, these ones do not have any silver in them. However, there are some special mint sets that were made, and very few of them have the full bands designation to them, so that can add some serious value to them. Now on top right here, you might recognize that this is not a dime. This is the one Sucre coin, which has the usual head design on the obverse. This comes to you from Ecuador and will be the feature of today's foreign coin showcase at the end of the video. So if you're into foreign coins, stick around to the end of the video and check that out. Now let's get into these ones right here. So I've got 1965, three of them running across the top, a 66 and a 67 down here. Now, what's interesting about these years, 1965, 66, and 67, well, there's a lot of different things. One of them is that there were over 1 billion of these coins made each of those 3 years. Another fact is that they don't have any mint marks on them. So if you've got a 1965 with no mint mark on it, that means that you have one just like everyone else. There's nothing too special about it. The reason why they didn't have any mint marks on them is the same reason why they switched and removed the silver from the coins. That's because there was a coin shortage going on, as well as the silver content was hard to produce. So not enough people were spending their Roosevelt dimes, so the mint decided to make two choices and actions. One was that they would remove the silver from them, so that would decrease people's desire to hoard the coins. And two is that they would remove the mint marks from the coins. That way, if you lived in Philadelphia and you came across a San Francisco or Denver mint coin, you wouldn't be more likely to hold on to it. In that way, you would just think it was just a normal coin. You couldn't tell if it was made the Philadelphia, Denver, or San Francisco mint. You would just spend it because likely already had one of that particular variety. Now, as far as the error coins that are out there are just a few related with the 1965 through 66. In fact, there's only one listed in the Cherry Picker's Guide, and that one is a 1967 Double Die Obverse. Doubling is evident in God We Trust, the date and the designer's initials. Although it has been known for years, this remains a very rare double die. So the Cherry Picker's Guide has a price guide on that of $575. So let me transition to this 1967 right here. So this is the double die error coin that exists. And what you're going to want to look for is doubling on In God We Trust, located right down here. The designer's initials, which are located right there, and the date, which is located right here. Now, we'll talk a little bit later in the video about full bands. A full bands designation is what you'll see when you look up your coin on the website PCGS, which is a most famous coin grading agency that grades coins, tells you how much they're worth, as well as kind of the value, the production amounts of the coins, the rarity of them, and the condition of the coin. I should have mentioned condition first, as that's what they do most importantly, is they grade the condition of the coin. Now, a full bands designation, there are bands that go here, here, and here, as well as there are lines that run vertical. Those full bands designations are going to be the coins that you want to keep. That really separates the valuable coins from the less valuable coins. And because there weren't any mint sets that were produced for these 3 years, there were only special mint sets, which you got from going directly to the mint. Very few of them survived with these full bands designation. In fact, here's what PCGS has to say about the 1965 full bands designation. The 1965 Roosevelt dime has an extremely large mintage of over 1 billion coins struck. However, they are very difficult to find displaying the full band details on the reverse design. Only well-struck examples display full bands, and usually these are the earlier struck examples from a pair of dies. For 1965, the Roosevelt dime, PCGS has graded less than 100 in total with the full bands designation in all grades combined. Now I'm looking at the updated kind of standings on the 1965 full bands designation, and they've only graded 2 of them at a mint state 68. They've graded 13 of them at a mint state 67 and 37 of them at a mint state 66. So still very low production, very low grading amounts by PCGS for that full bands designation. Now, as you can imagine, I don't have the full bands designation in front of me right here. If I did, I would definitely consider getting that graded by a coin grading agency. Now, a lot of people leave comments asking the value of their coins. In a coin in a raw condition like this, it's very hard to determine the value of it, because it's kind of just your opinion on it unless you can get it graded by a coin grading agency. If you get it graded by PCGS, it's a third party and they authenticate it, and then that's easier for it to get auctioned off or for buyers and sellers to actually agree on what the actual grading is. You can buy coins in the raw condition like this on eBay, and you can also buy them in the slabs, which are done by the coin grading agencies. So unfortunately, the value of these ones right here in raw condition without the full bands is not worth too much at all. And because they are 75% copper, 25% nickel over a pure copper center, the melt value of the coin doesn't exceed the face value of 10 cents. Now let's transition into this one right here. I'll move out the dimes and we'll get into the foreign coin showcase. So this coin, not dated 1966, then 1965, 66, or 67, but it's a rather cool, shiny coin that I thought you guys would be interested in. So we're looking at it right now. We're looking at the obverse of the coin. So the obverse features the name of the country, the coat of the arms right here, and the year of issue, which is right down here. I'll zoom in a little bit more for you on the coat of arms. Now this comes to you from Ecuador. So in the back, just my interpretation, but it looks like we've got a fishing boat back here, a rocky coast, an eagle at the top. We've got a couple flags on the left and the right of the coin. This coin is a nickel-clad steel. It was made from 1974 up until 1977. So the one that we've got right here was the last year of production. We'll flip it over and we see this guy. Not sure his significance, but his name is Antonio Jose de Sucre. He is facing the left, and we see un sucre right down here at the bottom. So maybe they named the currency after this guy right here. He's got really long, very long sideburns. As far as the mintages of this coin, it was made in 1974, 75, and 77. They did not make any in 1976 if you're still looking for that particular year. As far as 1977 goes, which is the one that I've got right here, there are 32 million of them made. In fact, there are 32 million made all 3 years. So none of them are more rare or valuable than the other ones. There was a 1975 proof coin, but I don't have the mintages on that. The 1974 and 75 were made at the British Royal Mint in the United Kingdom. The 1977 was made at the Germany Mint. So Ecuador wasn't minting their own coins. They outsourced the production of this coin to United Kingdom for the first 2 years, and then for Germany the 3rd year. All right, everyone, that's all I've got for today's video. Let's take one last look at the un sucre right here. Then we'll bring back these 1965s. Then we had our 1967 and a 1966 right here. So if you've got one of these coins, I'd hang on to it and get at least one of them so you can complete your set registry. But then the rest of them you can just put back into circulation, spend them, return them to the bank in a roll, do whatever you're interested in doing with them. Thank you very much, everyone, and best of luck coin collecting out there. Enjoy.